And we're back for game 2 here. From memory, I was sideboarding some hornet's nests, also some arbor colossus came into my deck. Can't remember exactly what I sideboarded out. However, I think it was the Eidolon of Blossoms that I actually sideboarded out.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but I actually can sideboard into more of a control deck.
Yep.
Playing End Hostilities, Anger of the Gods for Hornet Queens, Elspeths, just more top end threats.
Yep.
And take out things like Hoarding Outburst, Raise the Alarm, which are just terrible against Doomwake Giant. Some number of Rabble Masters, they just get eaten by coursers and
Yep.
whatnot. It's really hard to get through on the ground, especially when you're on the draw.
Yeah, obviously Rabble Master into Hornet's Nest works well for me.
Yeah, that's
which is
terrible for the Mardu deck.
Yeah, which is obviously what I'm looking for. He's a third turn Corsair, which should be good for me. Once again, I started with 3 land in hand.
Reveal an Armor Colossus on top. I've got a bunch of tap lands to start the game off.
And with my first scry, you can see I've got a Temple of Milady there. I actually scried an Arbor Colossus to the bottom, which I didn't want to see that early in the game.
So that's a bit awkward.
Turn 5, yep, I'm more than happy to see one of those. Helps me out with Sarkin, Stormbreath, Butcher. But turn 1, definitely not. So there's a murderous cut.
Urborg, I believe.
It's a bit shiny there. But I'm up to 4 land, things are looking good. Now we'll get a whip out. Attack for 2.
Not a bad start.
Going up to 23, got to be happy with that, I think. Getting a whip out nice and early. Don't have to waste turns later on trying to put that out whilst not taking damage. And I think I can see a Butcher in your hand there.
Yeah, I believe I've got 2 Butcher of the Horde in my hand. So it's time to start running those out.
You can see the murderous cut on top of my library as well, so hopefully that'll help me deal with one of your Butchers.
As soon as you get a 5th land or a card in the graveyard.
Really like to see a Commune or a Satyr Wayfinder. Or a land. No, it's a Mystic.
Elvish Mystic.
So I've just passed the turn, so obviously I've missed a land drop there. And the issue I've got is Murderous Cut costs 5 because there's nothing to delve in my graveyard. There's no creatures to bring back from my graveyard. And so I'm just forced to take 5 to the dome from the Butcher, putting me down to 18.
And I've got a 2nd Butcher coming down. And no 5th land from me either. So it's not hugely relevant with 2 Butcher of the Hordes in play.
And I've almost considered here attacking with the Corsair, just so it can die, so I can get a card in the graveyard so I can start murderous cutting. But I'm facing down 2 Butchers, that's 10 damage, putting me down to 8 next turn. So,
And you'll have the 5th mana with the Elf on your next untap.
Yep. So I can certainly deal with one of the Butchers next turn. Let's see what you come out with.
Oh, I know what I'm going to play here. But, I don't want to ruin it for everyone at home. But I'm definitely feeling pretty confident. You're not hitting a 5th land, stuck with a Murderous Cut in hand, and with 10 power of flyers on the board. It kind of makes the whip of Erebos a little irrelevant.
Yep. I've actually got 2 Murderous Cuts in hand and unable to play either of them at this point in time. And there's another Corsair. I've spilt my hand onto the table and extended the hand as I got stuck on 4.